Hello everyone, it's Kelly here from spiritualawakeningsigns.com, and today we're doing another fantastic angel card reading, and we'll be taking 3 cards so you can get your own personal message. You'll be able to choose from card 1, 2 or 3, and we also like to always do a card that is for all of us going through the awakening process, so it kind of gives us a heads up on what's going on energetically, how things are shifting and what we most need to know collectively as a community for the spiritual awakening process right now. I've got a lot of shifting energies, a lot of things are changing, so we really need to keep up to date with what's going on. Now, before we begin, just to give you an idea of what it is that I do, I work with obviously the cards. I like to use angel cards specifically because they tend to be a little bit more positive and more, what would be the right word? They're just a more positive type of card to use. There's no fear-based energy in them, and things tend to be quite constructive, so that's really great. Now, I can see a few people have already joined us live. Please say hello, tell me who you are and where you are. Tell me who you are and where you're from. I would love to know who we're reaching today, and then we'll get into the card readings. Of course, start to have a think about what card's going to be for you. What message is it that you really need to hear about your spiritual awakening today? Is it card 1, 2 or 3? And we'll get started first with a card for all of us. So this card, you really get 2 cards every single reading. This is a card for all of us. So I like to clear the cards first of any residual energy. Oh, it's popped out already. It literally jumped out of the deck. This is the card that we have for today for all of us in the spiritual awakening pathway. Now, this card, first and foremost, talks about having confidence. I think this is backwards for you guys, but this talks about having confidence in your awakening process. But what I really see and what really stands out to me from this card is actually the colour and the vibrancy, the look of vitality, the look of that kind of almost like a dreamlike state. Everything's really vivid, everything's really colourful. This to me indicates that we're moving into a higher vibration, a higher consciousness. This is about moving into 5D. This is about moving into ascended energies. And what really stands out to me is the beautiful colours on this angel's wings. So the message I'm getting from that is that we're all kind of getting our wings. We're actually starting to move up into these higher realms of energy, and I also feel that it's very much about aligning with that higher aspect of self. So whether you consider it to be angelic, an ascended master, higher self, whatever it is that you like to call that higher part of you, we're starting to move into that energy, and it's all about having the confidence to be who you truly are. There's just so much vibrancy in this card. I feel like we're moving into a shift and awakening. Everything's going to start to become more real. So for a long time, it's been talking about things that were meant to happen, that are supposed to happen, and it's all just kind of loose ideas. We don't really know what it is, but this tells me that it's all about to become real, and it's all about to become a lot more vivid and a lot more tangible on the earth plane. So a very powerful card for awakening. Surround yourself with some colour to usher this energy in. Wear some bright colours, definitely have that around you. Fantastic card for all of us. So, like I said, if you're joining us live, please say hello, tell me who you are, where you're from, maybe even tell us what card you're going to be selecting today. Is it card 1, 2 or 3? Sorry about the noise in the background, it's quite windy here in Scotland today. Let's see, so we've got Natalie joining us. She says, if drawn, may I have a message please? The way we do this, Natalie, is that you choose card 1, 2 or 3 and you'll get the right message for you. So good afternoon to you too, and have a little think about what card number is the right one for you, and you'll get your message. It's amazing how it works. And you'll also find sometimes the same cards come up over and over again, even when you choose different numbers, so it's really weird. Okay, so card number 1, if this is your card, let's see what message we have for you, what you need to know in awakening right now. Okay, let's just see what it is. Yep, that's us. Okay, now we've got this card for you. If card number 1 is for you, It's all about a change in direction. Now, like the first card, we've got this wonderful brightness in the card. We've got a lot of colour. There's a lot of vibrancy, even though it's a little bit more kind of gentle than the previous card. This is all about moving into new pastures, new pathways, new projects, the birth of new things, wonderful new energy. There's also a real tone of like morning light in this card. And again, new starts, fresh starts, ushering in lots of positive energy for new things. So this would be an excellent time if you have any projects on the back burner that you've been meaning to do. Look at starting them now, because what you're going to find is that energy shift is just going to bring in so much positive energy that it feels that this is going to be a positive venture for you. It's going to really be a positive thing, and it seems like everything's just going to kind of open the way that it's supposed to, so that you can move through it effortlessly. It feels like this is going to be an easier thing. Also a good time for plans, a good time if there are things that you've been meaning to plan, to organise, to reevaluate maybe even in your life. This is the time to do it, because there's so much positive energy there. Let's see if there's anything else standing out to us. There's also a feeling that this might be something completely new that you're moving into that you've never experienced before. The use of children and even a baby in this image makes me feel like you're trying things out for the first time. So this could be in a spiritual capacity, it could be any aspect of life, career, anything at all, but it's definitely about positive energy. So this is a really good time to start projects, to try anything new, because really what we're getting is the thumbs up that it's all going to go really well. So consider trying new things now. This is the time. There's also energy coming in around finding lost things. Something to do with finding lost things, the things that you've lost, things that have been misplaced. Maybe it's something that was meant to be yours and it never quite came about. These things are going to be coming about now. Really positive energy for that. And also watch out for birds. Always a good spirit energy to be around. Watch out for those signs. Here we go. Right, now I can see someone's asking for readings. We don't do personal readings on here. You get your personal message by choosing card 1, 2 or 3, just so that everyone can get the card that they need. Okay, so now is your chance to choose. If you were card number 2, this is your reading now. What is it that you need to know in your life and awakening? What do you most need to know right now? Let's see. Powerful energy to this card. This has come up so many times. This is really interesting that it keeps showing up. So I know that certain members of the community will be doing the readings often and finding that this card just keeps showing up, which is a good sign from the higher energies that we're really in alignment with positive energy. Again, leading on from the other cards, positive energy. This isn't just about positive energy and joy, as the card is titled. It feels very much about freedom, being liberated and finding freedom from things that have been maybe bogging you down. Maybe there have been some burdens, maybe there have been some things that have just felt like heavy responsibilities for quite some time. Well, it feels like things are going to shift in a positive way, and you're going to find that you have absolute freedom, and it's going to feel so joyful for all those weights to leave your energy and to be lifted. Now this could be in a healing capacity, or it could also be that things are just shifting in your life. So a lot of the burdens that have been there, things that have been difficult for you, things that have been a long challenge or a long period of time where you've been moving through difficulty, which is very, very common in spiritual awakening. It feels like it's all going to start to shift now, and as it does, you're just going to feel so completely free and so joyful, which is just a wonderful feeling. And also the energy here, as you'll see, this angel on the dolphin's back has blue wings, so bringing in a lot of healing energy and being able to communicate really clearly about having your needs met and really aligning with what it is that you want in life, but definitely a lot of joyful energy. I feel like a lot of the heaviness is starting to shift in your awakening, so really good card to get. Okay, now do let us know if your card is resonating with you, if you can resonate with the message. We'd love to hear that. And let's check out card number 3. If you chose card number 3, let's see what it is that you need to know right now in your awakening. here we go. Card number 3, so moving on from that blue energy we actually had in the last card, this is very much about healing, very much about the heart chakra. So you'll be doing a lot of heart chakra healing right now, and it's important to note that as you move through heart chakra healing, you may experience quite a lot of sadness. You might have sense of loss or even regret sometimes. When you're working with the heart chakra, it can bring up brokenheartedness and other sorts of heart pain. But what this really tells me is that you're going to be reflecting on some things from the past, but ultimately you're going to be letting them go. You see, this angel is actually on a stairwell. She's on a staircase and she's essentially moving up. She's moving up on out of the lower vibration, but she's just taking a moment to look back at the past. She's just kind of having one last look as she makes her ascent into these higher energies, and that's really what it's all about. You are moving into the higher energies. You absolutely are ascending. Her wings are a beautiful, brilliant white, and very much of the image is in white and light colours, so you're moving into those lighter vibrations. But there may just be a little bit of something left that you kind of want to acknowledge the pain, or how far you've come, or how difficult it's been. And there may be some sadness. You may even shed a tear as you move through some of that healing, but ultimately as you release that, you're going to release a lot of the heaviness that hangs on the heart, and you're going to free the heart chakra from that burden, really lessening the pain, really releasing the heaviness and raising your vibration ultimately as you make your ascent. So it's very important to acknowledge that any sadness or any low feeling that comes up is really just something that's working its way through your system. You just allow yourself to feel those feelings, and ultimately it's going to shift and you're going to make your ascent into those higher energies. So really a powerful card to let you know that you're moving in the right direction, and that there may just be some aspects of 3D living or 3D experience and the life experience that you just need to kind of look over and acknowledge how difficult it's been or how painful it's been before you let it go, to move on up into that higher energy. And that's really all about being able to live in that 5D vibration, being able to live in alignment with your soul, having a healthy, happy life, feeling complete within yourself, and of course having a healed heart, which is very, very important. But lovely, lovely energy, very powerful energy, and also an indicator that you need to take a little bit of time, excuse me, take a little bit of time for you. Make sure that you take good care of yourself as you're going through this process, as you move into those higher energies. Very, very powerful stuff. So that's us. We've done all of the card readings today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you got a message that's really going to assist you on your awakening journey. Now remember, of course, that you can click below to be notified whenever we go live, and you can also, if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it so much, and intend to do lots more videos like this. And of course, if you're interested in working with the angels like I do in these angel cards, you can check out our free masterclass. It's really great, and it's all about signs that your angels are trying to contact you. So once you watch this masterclass, you're going to understand when your angels are trying to get in touch, how you can communicate with them, and everything that you really need to know to make that deeper connection and be guided by that energy, which I know has been very, very valuable in my life. It's completely free, and you can click the link below to go and check that out now, and I definitely urge you to do that. I hope that you've enjoyed the reading, and have an excellent day.